back, I guess. Welcome back to Germany, Nuremberg, Germany, for the Norisring 250 with Stroll. Yeah, it is quite noisy here. We got cars out and practicing. Got 30 minutes left or so in practice for a 250-kilometer race today. Practice, some qualifying, and then the race. I'm very much looking forward to it again. Just see a 904 spinning out. But I hope you're all doing well today. This has come up fast, but I should be prepared, hopefully. Hello out there. Get some of these engines out of my ears for a second. All right. 250 kilometers today at the Norisring, and people have been out practicing. I did a bunch more practice since the video I made. If you didn't see it earlier this week, I made a video just not really specifically because of this track, but it was just a track I had to learn because I've never raced here before, and I'm now going to race here today. 250 kilometers. We'll zip on down. We got a bunch of touring cars, classic 60s touring cars out here today. And here is my machine, the number 8 Mercedes Gullwing, a really beautiful car. I'm so into this car. And right in front of me is Nate Lepson. And Nate and I will be racing against each other today, like the good old days. And yeah, should be good. It's going to be a difficult one, I think. But we'll see how it goes. Practice has been underway. We got 27 minutes left in the session before we kick into qualifying. So if you're here for the race itself, it's about an hour from now is when we'll be starting. But between now and then, we've got the rest of practice and a 30-minute qualifying session, which I think is going to be important. There's only 30 cars out here today, which is I mean, it's still a lot of cars, but it is a little less than usual, but this track is super tight and narrow and tricky, and I think it's going to be a pretty interesting one, racing head-to-head with folks and everything. But yeah, I've done a bunch of setup work and stuff, and some lap time refinement and things, and I'm down into the 148s, which should be pretty competitive, at least going off of the practice times up to this point. And I mean, we'll have to see if I can back it up in qualifying and everything. But I got down to the 148s in my practicing. And if these races are like anything like usual, it'll be faster during the actual sessions. So we'll have to see. But I'm going to go out and do a couple laps of practice here, and just make sure it's all looking and feeling and sounding good. I hope you're having a good Saturday. It's Easter weekend. Long weekend, and should be plenty of stuff happening. I've got to do the fifth round of Sim Rally Masters for this season, which is also in Germany, oddly enough. It's all German weekend, I guess. But yeah, Sim Rally Masters is up right now, and we'll get on that. I probably will be doing that tomorrow and on Monday. We'll see. All right. It sounds good, doesn't it? All right. Let me get out and try to find a little clear spot on the track. Got a couple cars coming. My relative doesn't seem to work very well in the pit lane here. So I'm just keeping an eye on the mirror for cars to come. Ooh. Block the apex here. Well, we'll see if I can get through the first leg, which I'm hoping to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, probably afternoon time, and if I get through it, then I'll do, Monday. Let me know if everything sounds and looks good and all that. It should do. The Jag in front. Got to test the wreck avoidance straight away out of the pits. So I've been having such a difficult time with the brakes in this car, and they just overheat immediately, and I lock them up so much, and I gotta be careful to not ruin the tires. Today, unlike all the other stroll races, there's not gonna be any pit stop today unless something goes horribly wrong. I should be just running straight through 63 laps around here, but I gotta keep the tires under it, and I think it'll be fine, but yeah, it's quite easy to lock up the tires and everything. So, fly through the chicane. It's been declared a no passing zone, that chicane, which I don't think you could pass there anyway, so I don't really think it's, I guess maybe it's good to state it for everybody. All right, I haven't set a lap time really yet in practice, so I'll try to do a couple laps here. This corner, turn one, pretty easy to overdo it, I've found. I kind of just want to keep it on the right side of the road because we immediately have to go left twice. Want to let it drift all the way out here, and then it's the latest apex possible there, and I was even too early. Clip the curbing on the outside. Then we want the best run ever onto this long stretch down what I dubbed the noodly bit. Yeah, I guess you can't have a problem with the brakes if there are no brakes, and that's kind of what this car is, no brakes. The curves are high. The car is fine. It doesn't really upset it that much, but we're not supposed to use the sidewalk at all. So the goal is to stay off the curbs, and it naturally kind of sets up the, you know, messes up the car a little bit. Down the noodle I go. Hey Sergio, this is a great track, and one of many that you've made. I kept on seeing comments on the video I made about, you know, Sergio tracks are the best tracks, and I agree. You've made so many now. I don't actually even know how many, but you probably have, between Grand Prix Legends and Assetto Corsa and everything, hundreds, I would imagine. But thank you for making this one. It looks great. There we go. You just gotta wait. It's frustrating to like wait that long. Patience is a virtue around here, though. It's just these long, wide corners. I've sent it in a little too hard there. Yeah, well, like I said in the video I'd done this week, like I'd never raced around this track before. I knew of it, and I mean, this is quite different than the modern layout, but just in all the time sim racing, it's never really come up for me. So I'm happy to like learn it, and now I know the Norisring. And I know that the hairpins are super tricky. I don't know how I kept that from spinning out. Yeah, car dances a lot. I've been fooling around with the toe a bit to stabilize it under braking. I had positive 3 degrees of toe in it to keep it from dancing, and I went back to 2 because I think it was slowing me down slightly in a straight line, but I might go back to 3. Although this feels pretty composed. Still a little hot there. All right, my first time lap though should be a 49.6. That's pretty good. I feel like I've got good pace. It's just going to be finding the space and putting it together during qualifying. I don't think we'll be in contention for overall win today with this car. It's just not quite quick enough, and we have some of the all-timers in here. that are very fast, like Sean Campbell's in here today. Nate Lupson, of course. Late break Nate. We'll look at the grid in a couple laps. I'll scroll through the results once I said a few times. I'm interested to see how the other cars brake as well, because I want to make sure I'm not going to brake way later than a car in front if I'm in a battle or something. I do not want to hit anybody today. That's a major goal. It's barely 2 cars wide through here. Getting around traffic is going to be scary. This is good. I haven't really driven with anybody else yet. Oh, they're up on the curb. It's Dad Lupson. Yeah, there's not going to be any passing through here. I nearly hit the hay bales there. I made comments in my video for how wide it is in this part of the track that'd be very racy, but I think you're so committed to a line that it's going to be very hard to pass like anywhere, even at the obvious passing spot at the end of the straight. It's so narrow here that it's going to be very, very difficult to pass somebody today. Certainly if you want to be a gentleman about it. I don't believe there's any official classes today, but the cars are definitely not equal, and so it's definitely a there's going to be better cars than others. I don't think the Mercedes here is the slowest, but I'm not sure it's the fastest either. It's pretty good in a straight line, though. You can see I'm pulling in this Ferrari. I think like the Alfa Giulia is going to be a bit slow. Yeah, it's a 275 Ferrari. We're in practice right now. We got 16 minutes left of practice here. We're going to jump into qualifying after that for 30 minutes. And then we'll have the race, 63 laps. There we go. Steve got it right that time too. I think sliding's going to be the way to go today, which I'm just worried the tires aren't going to make it. Oh, if this is anything like the race is going to be, it's going to be a lot of fun. I do think this is a slightly fictionalized 300 SL. Something the engine might have a little bit of extra juice in it. See, I'm going to have a run on him here, but we're not supposed to pass into this chicane. And hopefully everybody honors that today. Wow, he's much later on the brakes than I am. the brakes. Steve and I having an all-timer out here in practice. Oh, he holds on to it. Come on, Steve. Oh, he's gonna give it to me. Probably trying to save ourselves for the race a little bit. Like father, like son, yeah. I've said it many times on here. I think it is the coolest thing that Nate and his dad both race. What's better than that? Catching up to Kent here. So this is one of the alphas in front, and I believe they're a little bit off the pace, the car. So, ooh, and he outbrakes himself there, and I lit up the brakes the entire braking zone there. I need to try to set a time. I'm sitting in 18th right now. It's so competitive. No, other way. Steve is the dad. Nate is, I don't know how old Nate is, but not of age to have a child who's sim racing. Oh, I almost got clobbered there. All right, let me try to do a little test lap here for qualifying. I'm a little worried about my pace suddenly. A lot of drifting there, but it like kind of works, which is the unfortunate part for me, because in the race I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't think we'll have happy tires at the end of the race doing that. Once again, flying through the hairpin there. All right, I do have the pace when I push. I was just behind Steve there for a few laps. 2.5 tenths up on my best ever, which would be that 48.7. I'm going to save it for the qualifying there. Surprise everybody. But yeah, I think I can get to the mid 48s in qualifying pace and everything. Just quickly look here. Yeah, 1.3 liters a lap. I'm going to have it fueled for the whole race, like 90 liters or so. Yeah, I think everything's good with tires, pressures, yeah. Try not to tire myself out before the actual event here. Sandbagging. I guess it's technically sandbagging, but... Wow, William. I was, in the video I made, I was comparing myself to William because that was the quickest Mercedes at the time, and they're at a 147.4 in the Ferrari 250. I'm not sure where Nate is. Nate looks like up here 48.4. That's about where I would have been if I finished that lap, so we're right in it today. All right, so we've got 9.5 minutes till the race or the qualifying starts. We'll take a look at some of the cars and stuff to give us a sense of who. If we got anybody still running right now. Here's Sean. Oh no, he's not driving right now. Bummer. Sean is mighty quick. Here's a 904. Who is this? Samuel. I've also been told that Samuel's quite a quick one. Yeah, it'll be 63 laps today. Oh, looks like Samuel's going in the pits. Maybe not. Nope, definitely is going in the pits. But yeah, I was driving behind one of these 904s in one of the practice sessions, and they're pretty quick, as you would expect in the, especially in the city part, the square corners. It's just such a light car, very low to the ground. This is Nate Lupson now. Just taking a quick look at. We're both racing for Brundle Motorsport today, Alex Brundle's historic sim racing team. But different cars this time. Ooh, that Alpha behind him. Looks like we got a Corvette up the road here. Here's Adam. Look at this thing. A lot of custom liveries today, which is cool. Ooh, Adam, watch out. He thought that was enough. What else we got? Aston Martin DB4. A lot of people really like the E-Type. I know that's a favorite of many looks-wise. I honestly kind of prefer the Mercedes. Watch out. Running all over the curbs there. It's easy to over-send it into turn one there. I think less is a little bit more, especially in the race, to not wear the tires off of the things and stuff. Unfortunately, the driver is sat on the wrong side of this Aston Martin to make the corners easier. It's predominantly left-hand corners around this track. There's, of course, the hairpin at the far end. I had a comment on the track learning video that I did where I said that comment in there that the hay bales in sim racing are often like concrete, and I guess this person said they do real racing and they've hit hay bales and they sure do feel a lot like concrete, and that is true. Depending on, I think, how dense they are, I've definitely seen cars hit hay bales and it damages them quite a lot. So they're not always super soft. I think the biggest difference is in a sim like this, if you just clip them like slightly, they'll really hurt your car. Whereas in real life, if you clip a hay bale, you're most likely going to be okay. I've been lucky so far. I haven't really hit them much, but I know in the chicane and stuff, the actual point at which you hit them isn't exactly where the physical model is, which, yeah, we'll see if it bites anybody today. I'm hoping everybody plays it nice and cool. Let's look back at Nate in the beautiful, he's coming up on a 300 SL. I think that's Ahmad. I guess I don't know the difference between straw and hay. I'll out myself at I'm not a farmer. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, we're at the ring today. The real ring. I sent you a quick note on Instagram, Jimmy, but I saw the car that you've been driving, and I remember sharing you that video like a year ago without me knowing that you know that person, which is super cool. But I'm excited to see and hear about it. Hay is grass, straw is grain stalks. Gotcha. I want to be honest, that still doesn't mean much to me. I'm sure grain stalks are a little thicker, maybe. Hay is for horses. I say that all the time. All right, we're getting close to the end of this. or getting ready for qualifying. I did a 149.6, but I think I'm good for a mid 148. But yeah, we can see it looks like the Ferrari, the 904. But I mean, it's honestly, I think this is going to be a little more driver based today. That like Sean Campbell, William Gower, Samuel Gazer, Evan, they're all quick Nate Lups, and it's all the quick folks up front, which makes sense. And if I can get near them, that would be nice. But yeah, I ended up settling. So in the video I made, I was doing Hockenheim gears. I ended up switching out to the Eiffel set, which has a slightly lower second. I mostly did it for the second gear. It has a slightly lower second. I could go even lower on the top end, but I wasn't able to find a good one that had a nice second and third split, which felt most important to get that acceleration. The top end, hopefully it doesn't hurt me trying to pass people and such, but yeah, we'll see. Other stuff, fuel-wise, for the race we'll need about 90. I'm going to go with like 95 liters. Qualifying, I'll probably throw 30 in it and just drive, like always. Cambers, full negative cambers. Just to keep, I don't know, I think rolling resistance, it helps, but the tire temperatures seem even with them at negatives, and it's a little faster in a straight line. So the corner's better too. That's what I went with. Toe, this is what I was fooling around with. I had the front toe at positive 3 degrees to help settle it down in the braking, but I think that was hurting my straight line speed a little bit, so I've dropped them down. Was playing around brake bias as well. Throwing it backwards is kind of nice to help if you don't quite get the entry to the hairpin correct, but I think it's a little aggressive to go to 60, so keep it at 62. And then suspension-wise, basically, like, and this is kind of the unrealistic, unfortunate part about Assetto Corsa, stiff and low is kind of the name of the game with the historic cars. And so, yeah, we're whacked pretty much as low as we can go. The only reason that the rear end's higher is to, you know, for the fuel. And I'm actually going to lower that in qualifying here since we don't need the fuel. Lower that a bit. But yeah, I mean, that was the setup. There's not a lot of setup options on a car like this, so it's really not a lot to fool around with. It's mostly, I will say, it's mostly driver preference at a certain point. You know, you get the gearing right, you're kind of up to what you like, what makes you most comfortable. Will there be a historic race car championship again this year? I'm not sure what you mean. This is just, this is part of Stroll Sim Race Online League, and this is just one of the many different open events that they do. So there's no championship here, but it's just kind of independent events. All right, we're waiting. It's 1 minute till the session ends, and then probably a 1 minute countdown, and then we'll get started with qualifying. And yeah, just gonna need a clean lap, so I'm just gonna go out and do laps and hope that I get some good road at some point. Nice to see you all here today, though. A lot of folks in. I hope it's a good race. The last one I did with Stroll didn't go well with Sebring, mostly because my stream just didn't work. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. Although I've done a couple successful ones since then. But yeah, so I had some stream issues, and then I didn't drive super well, and I ended up crashing out of that like 20 minutes from the end. I ran wide, or I kind of was trying to pass a lapped car, and I looked back at that after, and it was not my, or it was my fault, not the other car's fault. I kind of drove into him and sent myself off into a house. Is there any reason why San Pellegrino is famous? I don't know. I mean, they just have it here, so I quite like sparkling water. It's kind of my favorite. All right, everybody's getting set for the qualifying here. We'll go out. We have 30 minutes. Lap time's pretty short around here. It's just a minute and a half. but we'll definitely need to hope to get some clean track. 30 cars, it's a pretty short one, so 4 kilometers at 30 cars, you're unlikely to get a totally clean lap at some point. This wheel is the Fanatec Classic rim. Basically, it's a Momo Prototipo, just a lot cheaper. I have a bunch of like other real wheel rims and stuff, but this one is honestly just as nice. All right. You can hear it quieting down out there on the racetrack. Just waiting for the session to tick over here. Yeah, I would love to start in the top half today. I think it's going to be pretty mixed up. I'm not expecting to get into like the top 5 for qualifying, but the higher up I can get, the better. Yeah, the Alpha Giulia and the Lotus Elan are a little slower. Corvette as well, maybe, although Tom, who is very quick, I've raced Tom before, is up front. All right, we got a 2-minute wait. Martin Bear's in here today too, or is supposed to be. I think driving one of the Alphas. My mouse is, the scroll wheel is like not working, man. Yeah, Martin Bear's in here, who I've raced with HRSC and stuff, and is a local Martin today. Hold on, we have a quick minute here while the session waits. We can actually look at all the paint schemes and stuff. I don't know who did ones, but yeah, Martin is a local to Nuremberg area, so nice to see in the race. Maximilian Petrovsky. Oh, Maximilian Petrovsky, the late break Nate Jaguar driver. That's who Nate raced in the Jag at Le Mans. That's awesome. Nice to see him in here. Cool looking Ferrari. I love the custom paint schemes. People have been following the rules kind of with making them look historic. I think that's the biggest thing. When you let people paint their own cars, it's fun to see all these different cars, but you don't want one that looks like a modern paint scheme. So Nate Lupson, who organizes all this, God bless him, is pretty strict with it, but I think it's for the best. It makes a pretty cool looking grid of cars that all look plausible mostly. Very white Mercedes. That's my it's a mod, as in the other Mercedes, one of the other ones that we'll see today. Yeah, it's nice to see a lot of the same folks as always. I know this race especially had like double the amount of people sign up that could race in it. I like that Orange 904. There was like 60 signups. We're not going to get through all the spots here. I gotta jump out and do qualifying as soon as we can. All right, qualifying now though, and we got 30 minutes to try to set a lap time. Just double check the setup. Well, especially in this where we're racing around historic tracks and stuff, it definitely takes you out of it when there's like a Red Bull livery or something. But people can do whatever they want. But for this league, it's nice that there's like a theme to it. It makes you really feel like you're taking part in a historic race, which is fun. Ooh, that was Maximilian. I think had something happen. I saw him bounce there. Just trying to get around to start a lap. Ooh, Maximilian. Did he hit me or something else? There's a mess behind me. I broke a little early that time, but like, you know, we're on an out lap. Yeah, Ghost is in front. Ghost is very quick though, so sure we'll see them at some point. All right, got a little bit of clear track here. I don't know what went on behind me there, but I was happy not to get caught up in it at least. And try to get a banker down like always. It takes a couple laps for this car to really get up to speed anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Ahmad runs a little wide in front. I'll be right behind him on this first lap, but it's all right. All right, 8/10 down through the first part of the lap, but that's kind of how it goes until everything heats up. Although the tires are probably up to temperature, but for some reason it takes 2 or 3 laps. Maybe it's me. Ooh, Ahmad spins it. Get up the inside and really slow me down. All right, well, at least complete 1 lap here. Oh, car in front runs deep. Maybe it'll let me by. Gonna be a little ways off the pace here, but at least get 1 lap in. It's a 150. Oof. Making a mess of the first sector here. It's all right. All right. 4/10 down through the first sector. That's not too bad. Yeah, I'm a little worried about this race too, just from a survivability standpoint. Really hoping everybody's got a good head on today. I think we have to work together a little bit to do this one clean. I didn't quite get the send in there. A little deep. It's gonna kill that lap. It's all right. I guess that was my quickest lap so far, so I'll take it. Into the 49s, I need to get into the 48s. I'll be pretty upset if I don't do a 48 here. Just a little narrow there. I had to wait 1 second so I didn't run all over the curbing. I nipped it. It felt bad, but it wasn't so slow. I'm just a 10th off here. It's gonna go by really fast, this qualifying. really deep on the brakes. Big rally slide through the hairpin. It worked. Well, 2/10 up. It's so weird. Very, very rarely does driving a car like that, overdriving it, pay off. But this is one of those rare. It's just this car track combo. If I drive this like a tool, just all over the place, it's just better. So we can definitely do it in qualifying. I gotta pull it back when we get to the race though. Really late on the brakes again. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, that might have canceled my lap there. I just touched the pit lane. Dang. It was a 48.8, but I don't know if it counted. Might have. I didn't go into the pit lane too much. I just nipped it. Says I'm in 7th right now. So that, like right there, it's just much better to slide with this car, so I can get a nice exit. Rev it to no end. You would never treat a real car like this. Way too wide that time. Ugh, all right. Get up. It was a lot of fun, at least. All right, we're already a third of the way in. Ooh, I saw a car go bouncing here through the chicane. Chase Maximilian there down. All right, come on now. I got to stop goofing around here. Just a nice, clean lap. I gotta back out of it there because we're not supposed to go up on that curbing, so I don't want to set a good lap time doing that and then regret it. All right, come on. What am I doing here? I'm driving silly right now. I can go way faster than I'm going. I know I've got a mid 48 in me pretty easily. I just got to do it. I'm just getting around here and then we'll get back on it. It's a mental game more than anything. There's so many hard braking zones around this track that you got to like not over anticipate it, or at least I gotta not over anticipate it. If you're just tuning in, we're in qualifying right now and just trying to get a good lap in. I haven't done one yet. Been kind of making a mess of this. Yeah, I've been braking way too late for this one. You're just a little bit faster coming into this hairpin than the other one, so you gotta brake a skosh earlier. Yeah, the brakes basically don't exist. I got a car coming out of the pits. Please let me have the corner. Oh my God, that is really frustrating. I don't know who that was, but why did they do that? Whatever. Kind of ruined this lap. Why? Like if you're coming out of the pits, don't run straight to the racing line. I don't know what to tell you. right, we'll just finish this out lap. I got plenty of fuel. We shouldn't have to worry about that at all in this session. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everybody's trying to get out and do laps and all this stuff, but that just seems... I wasn't even that close when they pulled out of the pits. I was like coming up pretty hot. Yeah, you could run the final hairpin a little deep so that you have extra run-up speed. It's a little cheap, but you could do it. All right, it's another throwaway lap, unfortunately. They might have crashed because they like realized it at the last second, and it's fine. Not a big deal. I was just frustrated for a second there. I don't even know who it was, and it doesn't matter. I just nipped the curb there. Stay in it, 3/10 off. Understeer in the middle there. Had to hold the throttle for a minute. I was going a little too fast to add the extra throttle needed to rotate the car, so. Big slide there. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of blow this. All right, we're halfway through the qualifying session. It's not been great so far. I'm sitting 12 at the moment. I'm overdriving the car quite a lot. But like I'm saying, there is a part to this track that requires me to do that. I'm doing it a little too much. This might ironically be my best lap anyways. Another white Alpha. Surely that can't be the same one, right? Get up on the curbs there. Not getting the exit that I need there, and I'm losing a ton of time. I don't know if this car's on a flyer or not. I'd like to get by. We're gonna move to the left. I imagine we're gonna have very different braking markers. All right, that was decent. This is gonna be my best lap if I can just finish it. A lot on the brakes down to first gear. Quite slided in enough there, but it's all right. All right, 5/10 off my best. Definitely best lap in this session, 149.3. Just open up these corners a little bit in the first sector. Not quite like that. I did not get that. Once again, man, really struggling through turn 3. All right, just a couple tenths off. I'm pulling it all back down the straight here. Whoa, that was so deep. Big lockup. Just flat spot the tires to oblivion. I don't know how that was anywhere decent through there. I lost maybe a tenth, but I'm pulling it all back now. The car's very light. I haven't driven it much like this. That might be why I'm struggling. I did most of my testing with like 50 liters of fuel in it. Thank you, went golfing. Yeah, been doing a lot lately, and it's been a lot of fun. Absolutely atrocious final corner there, and I lost all that. Oh my gosh, these alphas are killing me. I don't know if it's the same one every time or what. Feels like every lap when I come by this section I get an alpha. Ugh, get alpha'd. They're trying their best, I'm sure. Up on the curbing a little bit there. Alright, this is good right now. I need to not botch the hairpin here. Brake slightly before the 200. I'm getting it into this big slide, which is killing me. Got on the throttle both too early and not enough there. It's all right, we'll pull it back, and if I can just get through the final hairpin like halfway decent, this might be a time. Big block up. I'm getting frustrated with myself now. Keep throwing laps away. Come on. Oh my God. All right. What am I doing? This is not going well. I'm at 15th. I'm in the middle of the pack, literally. Yeah, it didn't count. Alright, not going to worry about it. If I ultimately don't set a great lap time, we're going to race from the middle of the pack, and maybe it'll be a more interesting race because of it. First time seeing me frustrated. It's not a big deal. I'm not sure I got enough time to go. I thought about stopping there and putting more fuel in it, but I don't think I've got enough time to do that, come out, do enough laps to get the car in a good spot again. I think I'm betting on this, so I got to try to make this work. But yeah, it might be, maybe a little bit more fuel would have been nice. I should have probably, I didn't do any qualifying testing. I figured taking some fuel out of it, conventional wisdom would say that should make it quicker. All right, just trying to get a good lap here. It's not the worst I've done that. Still nipped the inside curve ever so slightly. Wow, I did not mean to get up on the curb there. That kind of messed me up. I mean, you do benefit from the light fuel all down these straights. You can see my relative coming back towards me. It's a fine line from overdriving entry and braking way too early with these things and just losing time that way. You're spot on there, though. I just didn't brake enough, I don't think. Finally got it to flick in. You need to rally that corner to get it to work. Oh, finally gonna do a good lap. It's actually gonna be my best ever. Thank God. 148.7, I'll take it. It still got me 13th, but I feel slightly less incompetent now. I got a little more time here. Keep on it. I was like, can I not back up the 148? What a mess that was. It's still close. All right, couple tenths up. Should have at least one more lap after this, if not two. Somehow it was almost a half second there. I'm going to lose quite a lot down this run. I just got it up on the curbing there. Four tenths up. I can just have a decent run here. This will be nice. All right, that wasn't going to work. That would be okay in a rally, but come on. Nothing like sweating it out for 30 minutes and then jumping straight into a 90-minute race. minutes to go. Should have one more lap after this. That was a mess. All right, final lap, I think. I'd actually get one more after this, but I'll back up a bit. My fatal flaw might have been overdriving was the answer. That was a mess. I think that's it. Should I try? Should I get around and try one more? I think there's oodles more time in this. That's the official terminology, by the way. Oodles. I'm just not able to extract it right now. Better hope my race pace is a bit better than this. I wish I had cool cars in real life, but I have two problems. One, I have nowhere to put them, if I did. And two, I got no money, so. It should give me enough time to do the lap. Should cross the line with 15 or so seconds on the clock. Just like casually do that the best I've done it all day. All right. Final lap. All right, 2/10 up through the first part of the lap. Was not the best hairpin I've ever had. I actually really do have to slide it through there, but it's a fine line between braking way too deep and getting the entry right. I just didn't like huck it in the way it needed to go. We're still flirting with the best time though, so I'm gonna stick on it. Maybe I'll be magical here. All right, that wasn't the way to do it. Come across the line though. Wow, real tough stuff. I'm exactly mediocre. Right in the middle. Not great. Not great. All right, I gotta jump for just a second, get some water, and then we'll be back for the race. All right, we're just about to start. And when you run the whole session flat out like that, I don't get much of breath between. All right, well, we got a lot of work to do. Starting 15th. I think I am the fastest of the 300 SLs. It's just me and one other, though. Yeah, it's me and Ahmad. So I did beat Ahmad. 48.7. I mean, it is the best lap I've done in the car, so I can't be too upset. But that was really tough. It looks like Adam... Oh, but the Corvette? I was so wrong about the Corvette being slow. I do think the Corvette has to take a pit stop, though. Ooh, but 2/10 up on Samuel Gazer. Sean Campbell will be starting third. Nate Lupson was able to get the Jag up there to 6th. All right. A lot of work to do, but we should need about 95 liters of fuel. I appreciate y'all joining today. It's a really nice group of folks in here. A lot more than maybe usual, which I very much appreciate that. These races are always a lot of fun, and hopefully we can get through the first few laps cleanly without any major... oh, I just did something. Hopefully we can get through the first few laps here cleanly without any major sort of schmozzles, as they call them. And yeah, get on a good run. A lot of positions I could potentially make up, so it could be quite an exciting race, but we'll have to see. It looks like I'm starting 16th. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and thanks so much to Nate Lupson for all the work he does to organize these races. They're it's kind of thankless that to do all that work, and he does a great job with it. So these races wouldn't be what they are without him. And we'll see. Hopefully the tires make it. Shouldn't have to have a pit stop or anything today. It's just a flat-out race, 250 kilometers, and see what kind of battles I can get into. A lot of cars around. Got a couple right next to me, or one. So we got one gray 904 on my right here, and then it's the 3 cars behind me. I expect that Corvette's going to get a really good start. So we'll see. Nate is a legend. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a little chaos somewhere, and cross my fingers I won't be in it. But I will try to finish this race no matter what. Always do. Yeah, we're good on fuel. 95 liters of fuel. It should be more than enough. I probably only need 85 if I burn 1.3 liters a lap, which is what I clocked myself at several times. And 95 should be more than enough. But we'll see. We'll see it at the what's halfway going to be, 31, 32 laps. And if I'm much lower than like 45 liters, we'll worry. I think everybody's just got to give themselves a little space here for the first lap. That's the goal. It is a standing start, this one. Which is interesting. I'm surprised we're not doing a rolling start for this. All right. Lights are up. 250 kilometers in Norisring. And we're away. Just kind of roll it in. I'm way on the outside. Might be taking advantage of a little bit up the inside here, but it's going to benefit me on the next corners. Oh, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Mod's right behind me now. Oh, no, we do have a spinner in front. Mod coming up the outside. Not much I could do. I was kind of boxed in there. The real test is going to be as we come down to the hairpin for the first time. Mod might get a better run than me just backing up the corner. Ooh, he slid the tires a little bit. All right, run away. I got these two 904s though, which might box me in a bit. Nothing I can do about this. Everybody's nice. Oh, we made it. All right. I was so worried about that hairpin on the first lap. A bit of a breath behind me. Now we're not allowed to pass through the chicane here. I don't really know where to say it begins, but I wasn't going to complete that pass before it, so I got no other choice but to back out there. Mod's very close there. All right, complete the first lap. That feels good. I need to drive a little differently now than I was. Not like that. Got quite a gaggle of cars in front of me here. These two 904s, I think over a lap I should be quicker, though they out-qualified me, so maybe not. Yeah, it was very clean. It was great to see that. We had one little crash there in front of me. It's kind of a solo spinner, maybe a couple fenders in it, but not the huge track blocker that could have happened. All right, so I got a good string of cars in front. I mean, that's probably all the way up to like 7th or 8th up there. I'm sitting 13th right now, lucky number 13, picked up 2 spots since the start. Gotta figure out how to time this well so that right after the chicane here, I could maybe have a go, but there's no way I'm out braking this 904. Oh, God. Why did I do that? I deserve to be at the back after that. Go, 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 go. I thought I broke plenty early. And I probably let up on the brake. Oh, God. What a mess. I feel mostly bad I took out Evan there. I mean, that was just absolutely awful. I'm so embarrassed by that. What the hell? Dang. It's just a major. I'm gonna have to go watch it because I just locked up the brakes, man. Like, I thought I broke plenty early, and it just never stopped. And I probably, knowing myself, I probably lifted off the pedal. Bunch of smoke from this Corvette in front. Well, try my best to get back something out of this, but oh yeah, it's all real, folks. And I went the wrong way. If you're gonna outbrake it, might as well try to go to the outside. I don't know what that was looking like for me, but oh, I feel like an idiot. Nah, no luck there. That's skill. That's a skill problem. Yeah, I mean, I probably cooked the brakes, and I just feel bad for Evan, man. I think he rolled and everything. I hope his car's, like, my car feels okay. It's probably got some bodywork damage, I'd imagine. They run on a slightly lighter damage setting in this league. But, oh man. Go with that run. I had a lot of brake smoke up here. Go with the inside. Definitely quicker. Ooh, a couple cars slowed down. I think that was Nail Upson in that. I was like worried somebody else was gonna do what I did, and I did it. I feel like a complete dummy. I don't know what I'm like. Above all, I want to be clean, and I like cannot believe I do something like that. All right, I'm at 17th. See if I can get back up to 15th, I guess. I don't know what happened last lap down at the far hairpin. Yeah, I mean, with a blocker back there, it's got to be that somebody like spun and they came together on the exit of the corner. It definitely wasn't coming into the hairpin, I don't think. I wouldn't think. Steve Lepson right behind me here. Please don't donate money to me. I appreciate it, Diane, though. I'm not giving up. I just like very upset that I do something like that, because it's like I want to be, if nothing else, I don't care how fast I am, how well I do in the race. I like literally want to be clean. That's my biggest goal. And there's been quite a few races lately. I just can't do it. I mean, the last couple of streams that I did for Assetto Corsa didn't work out for other reasons that weren't really in my control. But even then, like at Sebring, I did not drive well, hitting people at Mexico, the race I tried to do there. I drove awfully, like kind of same deal as this. I don't know, I got to figure out how to fix it. So I would like to keep racing, but I feel like I'm like a hazard to other people. That's like the very last thing I want to be. Ooh, there's a little spin ahead. It ruins the fun for me if I hit somebody else. A little fast in the first corner with the Alpha there. Nearly found the hay bale there. I'll be over it by tomorrow, but like in the moment, I got to do the rest of this race with that in the back of my mind. Like I'm drafting the apology to Evan the whole time. And whoever else I hit there, I think I hit more than just Evan, but he got the worst of it. I should be able to out-drag the Alpha here before the chicane. Get around Johan. All right, up to 16th. One more spot, and I'm back to where I started, 15th. Yeah, come to think of it, I can't think of many races where I've actually been clean. Like, even a couple years ago when I won Riverside, I think I hit somebody during that anyway, so it's just not what I want to be, and I gotta fix it. Yeah, this is the original layout of Norisring from the 40s. I don't think they really raced cars around this. I think it was mostly motorcycles. But much shorter track these days. Really cool layout though. Paul in front of me is bouncing around a little bit. I think that's the only car though. Paul's looking up the outside of the Alpha, Haley in front. Oh, they sorted out before the chicane, that's good. Albert behind is definitely very quick in that little Lotus. What's funny is this car that I'm driving today, the 300 SL in this configuration, feels like a brute compared to the other cars out there, but in reality, the 300 SL is an extremely small car as well, especially compared to modern stuff. So they're like, that little Lotus Elan behind me is tiny, tiny, tiny. Ooh, the little 904 in front goes out wide. That's the one I started next to is Paul, who had just gotten Haley, but I get around. So I'm back to 15th where I started. If you're just tuning in, I made a colossal error on the second lap. And trying to get over myself here, but it's definitely a struggle. Get around Haley though, through the chicane. But we got a long ways to go. There's plenty of racing left. Maybe redeem myself slightly. Only on lap 10 is 63 here. We'll get 14th then, looking at 13th in front, Diogo. Goes for the lunge. I've got the grunt on the straights, but obviously that Alpha is pretty quick through the corners. And I've raced with Haley before in a few races, Riverside and things. I feel like we're almost always in, Haley's always in like a lower powered car. Catching up just slightly too quick. This Alpha. Albert got around Haley as well, so I feel like Albert's a little quicker than me overall. Despite that Lotus probably being quite a bit slower in a straight line. It's all this section that they're going to claw it. Making a mess out of turn 3 here all day. All right, have the run on Diogo here. This is really just car difference. I'm sure they're driving to the limit there, but oh, there was something behind me. Gonna give me a big gap to Haley now, Albert. And Paul fell back a little bit. I think there was a little coming together. All right, up to 13th now. I got quite a gap to Trevor in front, so I need to do some good laps here and see if I've got the pace. Diogo spun. I hope Evan's still in the race. That I just clobbered him so bad. Nice. Putting in good laps. Now, I think my mistake in qualifying was not having fuel in the car. It is quicker in a straight line here with the low fuel. You can see the time come off, but it feels a lot easier in the corners with the weight distribution the way it is with fuel. Maybe not this much fuel. This is still just at about 80 liters. Once we get down into that 60, 50 liter range, I bet this car is pretty quick. Should get on the pit board the change in relative lap after lap. So I very much appreciate everybody watching today. I don't usually have this many folks in here, and I just wish I could put a better show on it, especially at the beginning of the race. Seems like things are settling a little bit now, but I guess it is truly live. It would be a lot easier to record races and then never release them if they went poorly, but you're seeing it, scars and all. Oh, that was perfect. Felt nice. I didn't actually look if I was catching the car in front or not. I gotta look this next lap. Oh, I'm chasing a mod now. Okay, a mod's in the only other 300 SL. Started just ahead of a mod, so let's see if I can catch back up to him here. Just noticed on the relative, you can see how many times people ducked their tires into the pit lane by accident. I've done it once. I think it was probably when I crashed. I'm so curious to go watch that back though. Just I don't know what I almost guarantee I lifted off the brake. Oh, there's a crash back there. All right, whoa, I'm gaining quite majorly on a mod in front. 1.1 seconds that last lap. So just stick with it. Should catch up to him in just a few laps here. A little hot. Trying not, I know I'm sliding the car so much, but it is just so much faster to do that. And you can see a mod up there, but we're gonna have to keep an eye on the tires. They're still at 100% grip, but they'll start falling at some point soon, and I bet it happens quickly. So I'm in 13th now. I guess I maybe knew that. right, we'll get another update on it here. 1.1 seconds again, just like clockwork. Just gotta keep that up. This track's all about these braking zones. It's very much a make sure you brake hard and good. Yeah, the tires are gonna wear out. I mean, it's inevitable sliding them around, but like if I did not slide the car, I would be losing so much time. And I'm betting on that they'll be fine. They won't wear out too much, is my bet. A little fast here. Very narrow entry, come on. It's the best lap of the race, another 1.1. It's like every single lap, 1.1. And that's a great, it's a great number to have, but it's crazy how consistent it is. Yeah, the number on the relative there with the P next to it is how many times somebody's been in the pits, but what's happening is because that last corner, the hairpin there, the exit's kind of the pit lane, that's getting triggered when people cross the line, which we're not supposed to do, so you're not really supposed to go into that unless you're actually pitting. Only 6/10 that time. A little fast there. You can do that, you just bleed off quite a bit of time. Come on now. Touching the curbs a bit too much here. Outbroke myself. Go over the grass. Don't lose too much time. I saw the 200s, thought it was the 300 for a second, and then realized it was the 200, and was probably 50 meters too late. Dang. Well, that sets me back a couple laps. Really good first sectors there. Yeah, it's definitely better if you're going to miss this hairpin down here to just go wide, commit. Cannot get it to chuck into the hairpin as much as I would like. Oh, I do have William behind me. So yeah, we're going to be seeing William in the mirror. I'm pretty sure William's much quicker than me. SG's in the pits there. Wonder what happened to William to be back there. Maybe caught up in that early hairpin issue. Yeah, Mod's found a bit of a groove, but we're gonna have to deal with William here in just a lap or two. In real life, I don't think the hay bales would stop you, but in the sim, they definitely do. I lost 2.4 seconds there to William. Maybe once he passes me, I can learn something. William's got it figured out around here. Just understeered there a lot. trust me, I'd love to keep William back there, but William's topped the timesheets with basically every car too. Went through and tested, I think, all of them on the server before the car assignments were finalized, and was basically the quickest person in every single car. So we're operating at different levels, William and I. Yeah, I haven't had any tire wear yet, which is interesting. I mean, they are wearing. I haven't lost any grip yet, which is good. So we're almost a third into this. One more lap. It's been a pretty interesting opening. I'm coming to terms that I just colossally messed up at the beginning, but other than that, it's been decent so far. Gained 7/10 on a mod that lap. Chucked it into turn one a bit too hard there. Too narrow through turn three. It's right on me. Finally did that hairpin okay. Too early on the brakes, and I still didn't stop in time. Whoa, here comes William. Why not? I'll have a race with him. I'm sure he'll get around me sooner or later. But I don't feel like giving it up, so let's see if we can trick me. I think I'm a little faster in a straight line than William, which is probably the main thing saving me right now. He caught me a ton in that hairpin. I think I'm just a little tentative on it still. Well, he went pretty deep there. Just gonna narrow up the exit, have a bit of a run here. Oh, we're still catching a mod here too. Yeah, 0.3 seconds. The mod has sped it up a bit, I think. So I was catching him a second a lap for a little bit there, but either that or I'm slowing down. was perfect. Did you see that? Sometimes you just get the car to rotate where you want it to. The trick is getting it to do that on your command. 0.6 in the first sector though. There's no brakes in this car, man. All right, that's my best lap. And I did it in the race. Gained 1.2 on a mod that lap. We're gonna catch a mod here. Be good to catch a mod before William gets around me. Maybe it holds up William for a second. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the tires. I would have expected them to start losing some grip by now, but we're still at 100% grip all the way around. Williams taking kind of a wide entry to the hairpin and then cutting it on the way out. My concern with doing that is he might jump up the inside if I do it, especially at the end of the lap here. Yeah, there is not a lot of room to overtake, and that's one of the main reasons he's still behind me. Pushed it too far there. Come on. Not as clean through there this time. We've pulled in a mod quite a lot, but he's not slow, so it's just a little bit at a time, and I'm gonna have just as much trouble getting around him as William is around me. This William was catching me at like 2 seconds a lap. It's gonna be a long one. I really pushed it during qualifying. So it's like I did a 30-minute sprint race immediately before this one. Oh, I think I just passed Tom, who is in the Corvette, and had to pit. So that was for position. Now Tom is one of the quickest people out here. It was way up the road from me, so we might expect to see Tom again. We're not quite halfway though, so I don't know if Tom's gonna be able to make it to the end from here or what. Here comes William. Oh, he went for it. Oh, he mocked up a little bit. I think that's just racing, that one. Probably sizing that up for many laps. I'm surprised I've been able to keep him behind there so long, but I think it's just this track is very hard to pass on. You're not supposed to run into the pit lane there, so I'm trying to avoid it. That was a mess. Turned in 3-4 times. Slide there. All right, we're inching up to Ahmad. Some of this battling with William behind me is making it take a little longer, but it would be good to get around Ahmad here. Oh, William just sends it in a bit. Should have the legs. Well, he's probably so frustrated by this, but it's a lot of fun. I hope he's having fun, first of all. He's going to be really close to me this time, coming up to the hairpin here. This might be it. I try my best, but the brakes is where this car is having a tough time today. Oh, there he goes. Fair play, William. Try to get him back here, but I don't know. There he goes. We got one last shot here. If I can somehow ease this up a little bit as we head onto the straight, I might be able to get back around. Oh, he ran a little wide. Yeah, that's what I didn't need to do. Really slid it there. Yeah, we're just a few, maybe 5-10 kilometers per hour faster here. Dang, he's so good coming out of the hairpin. Ahmed slid a little bit. William gets the run up the inside. That's going to be pretty easy work for him, I think. I raced Ahmed for the first part of Sebring, actually. We were both in Chaparrals. It's funny. Both racing the same car, multiple races. Slightly better run than him onto the straight. The noise is crazy. Ah, the warping. All right, got around him. I'm sticking onto William here, but he's kind of an inch away from me. He's just really quick. All right, we got Trevor in front. Now, Trevor's 7.2 up the road. I think we've maybe pulled in about a second in the last like 20 laps. So Trevor is going to be quite difficult to catch up to unless something happens here. We're up to 12th. Whoa, William, hold on to her, buddy. Yeah, we'll just keep on it and see if things work out and we can catch up to Trevor. A top 10 is not out of the question here, which would be pretty good considering how this thing started today. You can see Trevor up there just in the distance. All right, we're starting to lose the rears. I was worried they were never going to wear out, in which case I should have been driving even harder on them, but they're starting to wear. But we're almost halfway, which is honestly pretty good. So I think we're going to be more than fine on the tires. Fuel-wise, we got plenty of fuel. Probably a little too much fuel. Yeah, next lap they will be at 2%. That does tend to happen in AC. I'm sorry I got so upset at the beginning, but I'm just like, I let myself down quite a lot there. And try not to let it ruin the rest of the race because there's obviously plenty of fun to be had, but I just got to stop doing stuff like that. I don't know what is my problem. It's like I'll make like one mistake in a race, and it's a big one, and I ruin somebody else's race. It frustrates the heck out of me. It's nice knowing how quick William is, though, and that I could keep him behind me for so many laps, and then he is driving away from me, but not at a crazy rate. This is hard, but it's why it's rewarding. Like I spend a lot of time doing this, and you know, I enjoy every second of it. Even that, like, that's gonna be something I think about and work on, and like, that's all part of it to me. But that's just so frustrating, man. I really hate that this car has that like default Assetto Corsa suspension sound that sounds like an old mattress, just squeaking. Tough to say where I'd be if that accident hadn't happened. I let the whole field pass me basically as like self-punishment. I could have sped away quicker, but I mostly wanted to make sure Evan got away ahead of me since I took him out of the race basically, and then he ended up getting collected in something completely separate. But I fell back to nearly last there. And so Williams pulling in Trevor very quick. I might be pulling in Trevor a little bit, but I don't think it's that quick. It's going to take me quite a number of laps to get up there if I even can. We do have one slower car as well, Kurt. Oh man, this car just won't stop. I mean, it was definitely driver error, but the car isn't easy to stop to begin with. I didn't quite get the slide there. Yeah, we are halfway. Decently long race, this one. I mean, it's just a 90-minute race, but it's a pretty intense track. All right, Williams caught up to Kent. Sorry, it's not Kurt, it's Kent. Interesting rejoin from Kent there. Should have plenty of speed to get around him. I'll go left here. Hopefully I can sneak up the inside. There we go. All right, get around lap traffic at least. All right, Williams caught up to Trevor in front, and we'll see if there's any sort of defense there, or how long it takes him. I think it's inevitable what's about to happen. This should be very disorienting at night. We're also catching up to the local, Martin Bear. Ooh, a bunch of smoke in front. I think that's just William pushing it. Yeah, I mean, if William gets stuck up behind Trevor for a couple laps, I might be able to catch up to both of them, but that's a pretty lengthy dream, but we'll see. Who knows? All right, they both get around Martin. Oh, going side by side through the final hairpin, it looked like. Side by side on the front stretch. I think Trevor's up the inside still. He's getting hounded by William though. Williams so good. Just like cleanly too. Getting around all these people. I wonder what happened at the start for William to end up back there. Oh, he's going for the same move he got on me. That's William's secret move. Up the inside into, what is this, turn 4. I didn't quite get it hooked into the apex there. Come on. All right, I'm just 4 seconds off Trevor now. That's the next one in front for me. Oh, I clipped the curb there a little bit. Set the car for a major slide. Made something out of it though. Trevor's not giving up on William. William's into the top 10. All right, got Martin in front now. He honked his horn at me. I don't have my horn mapped, but thank you, Martin. Hello to you too. I should be racing Martin in Trans Am Series coming up with HRSC in a few weeks, so that'll be fun. If you were here for some of the 50s 1.1 liter car races I did recently, Martin was in there. Martin did HRRC with me too, so been around. Yeah, we're sliding around a lot now, but the car, like this is where the car feels the best. Makes sense, this is where I set the car up for this amount of fuel. Trying to pull in Trevor now. Not sure what Trevor's driving here. We'll get a glimpse in a second. Oh, it might be the Aston. The straights are just enough work that I can't take a sip of water as we're driving on them. I gotta have both hands. Oh, Trevor runs a bit deep here. Car feels really good right now. Pushing it right about on record lap time here. I feel like this final hairpin, I haven't been able to get right all race. It's a little bit in my mind after the beginning. William up there, lighting him up. Everybody's lighting him up. I mean, it's quite the corner. It's very tight. All right, nearly a record lap. Might just be. Yeah. Do another one. One more. Hear that Aston from here. It's so loud already. Trevor is properly quick. This is going to be a really difficult one. I think I'm slightly quicker right now, but I'm waiting for the car to tip the other way and start getting slower potentially. And then also, I don't know, Trevor might get quicker. I'm also starting to get pretty tired. Another record lap. Let's do another one. Too much there. Shouldn't need any pits in this race unless the tires pop. It's just a flat out stint this. Catching up to Trevor is one thing. It's really going to be tough to get around him. I mean, I was able to keep William behind me for how many laps? And he was so much quicker. Let's see, maybe I can out-drag Trevor on one of these straights here. We're also both catching Matthias. And that would be the 10th spot. Matthias, probably. Boy, he runs a little bit wide. It's kind of a better run. Late on my upshift there, I couldn't hear my car. Another record lap. Bit too deep into turn one there. Come on, I gotta let him not push me into making mistakes here. Well, that's myself, but you get what I mean. All right, if I can get through this next couple of corners good, maybe we can slipstream down the long straight noodly bit. Up on the curbing, come on. Back up the corner. All right, straighten it out, get on it. Right up to the hay bales there. Yeah, not quite. I'm within a second now. The rears are fine. I was watching back the Maserati 250F stream from last weekend. The amount of people in the chat, like, it's almost like you're wishing for something to go wrong. Plotting against me now. My chat has turned on me. Car feels great right now. If I'm sliding back, it's the driving. I literally am setting lap records for myself. Closer this time. Every lap, I'm 10th or so closer this time. Let's try to get this somewhat right this time. Might help me. Oh, he slid a little wide. Oh, he goes a bit deep. Trevor, no. Well, I'll get around him there. And I need to keep on it, though, because he's not slow, and it would not take much for him to catch back up to me. But we got a new rabbit to chase now, Mateus. In a clev up front. 5.3 seconds up. And we'll see if I can pull him in as well. And that would be 10th place. And getting a top 10 after the start of this thing would be pretty huge. Bit deep here. Slide it in. So I did the same thing earlier that he did there, so not hard to do. Got some lap traffic coming up too. It's Tim and Steve. Just keeping my eye on Trevor back there. Come on now. Fronts are losing grip now. The tires will indeed lose grip. I'm so shocked at how evenly they're wearing, given the amount of fishtailing we're doing. But yeah, we're 2/3 into the race now, and I think the car will definitely make it to the end. It's probably gonna be a bit tricky the last few laps. That was beautiful. Man, if I could do it like that every lap, we'd be in a different world now. I've caught Mateus quite a lot here, 2.7 seconds on that lap. He must have had an issue, maybe trying to get around these two slower cars. That felt nice. Yeah, that was nice. It's like giving up a little more time in the middle there to get it on the exit. Oh, see the curb spit me out there. I know. I've said it before that like doing the rally stuff has made me so much better in general And if I can only recommend that as a way to just get better car controls, because RBR teaches you pretty quick to just figure out if the car does something, figure it out. And it absolutely does translate to other sims. Now, it's not always quick, but I think this is one of those rare instances where like sliding around the hairpins is actually going to be quicker. Keep the RPMs up in the engine and just accelerate a bit better out of it. All right, really close to Mateus now, 1.3 seconds. It's the little orange 904. Such a different machine than what I'm driving today. Oh, I did it twice in a row. Oh my God, this is gonna be a half second better than my previous best. Well, I figured it out. It just took me 2/3 of a race. A week of practice, a qualifying session, and 2/3 of a race, and now I finally figured it out. But I got a 48 flat there. So we're chasing Mateus here. Oh, he lights him up a little bit. Hops on the curb. Oh, Mateus, hold on to it. Ran a little wide there. All right, if I can line this up well, now what's going to make this complicated is this two cars battling it out in front. I think it's two Ferraris. Oh, as Tim ran a little bit wide there. Should be able to get him. All right, it's going to be a little too far back this time, but I'm right on him now. And if I can get a good run through the hairpin here. Ah, exactly what I didn't want there. He's going to be safe here. I just slid it a little too much. I'm going to catch him right at the chicane. We can't pass through there, so. We've been instructed. Ooh, Tim. That's what I did earlier, man. On like the second lap of the race, I did that exact thing and took out Evan. Come on. A little hot there again. He runs a little bit wide there. I kind of mimicked it. He's trying to go up the inside of this Ferrari. Oh, don't. Oh my God, that was very close to a complete halt of motion. Okay, come up the right side of Steve. Thank you, Steve. I have a bit of a run this time with Mateus. But that 904 is going to be able to outbrake me pretty well. I just have a little bit more power, but this is a tricky one. Not that far ahead. Yeah, he's going to be able to outbrake me here. Side by side into the hairpin. I could have maybe looped it under him, but it's all right. We got clear track in front of us now, so it's just me and Mateus. Nathan Clark's quite far ahead. This might be it, really. Just a little tap of the brake there to make sure we don't come together. I can't outbrake him, so I'm not even gonna try. It's very quick through here. I mean, I'd imagine that 904 is just very light, low to the ground compared to the car I'm in. But you can obviously see on the straight, I just got a little more grunt. But this is what historic racing's all about, the different cars. I've driven that 904 before. I did it with when we did Goodwood, and it's very challenging. It's a big momentum car. Yeah, he's a little bit further ahead this time. I'm going to close up on him, but try to line him up for the exit. If I can get him coming out of the hairpin here, I think that's my best opportunity to stay in front. That initial acceleration he has is really good, though. We're gapping Trevor quite a bit, so I don't really have to worry about him. We're actually gaining still on Nathan and William in front, but maybe William just got around Nathan, so we'll see how that matures here. All right, it's timed a little bit better here. I'll look at it, but I just got to brake up here, and he can brake just past the 200. Just make him think about it, though. He's thinking about me. Over the curbs there. It's not ideal. You want to get right on it, but not over it. It stays quite wide from that hay bale. You can actually nudge it. It doesn't hurt you too much. Oh, I just didn't get the rotation there. It's going to be kind of similar story to last lap. I'm not getting the straight launch out of this hairpin that I need to out drag him down the other side. A little flicker. I don't really want to go side by side here. It's just going to hurt both of us. Well, we locked him up. Nah, way too slow in the middle of the hairpin there. Come on. This is good. It's like I'm quicker a little bit than him, but not in the right places for me to be able to get around him. He's using the track to his advantage. I'm going to be coming again at him here towards the hairpin. I mean, it's either going to take a mistake or I'm going to have to get inventive. Nicely done there by Matheus. That was a nice first sector from me. Matheus is just really good through there. And the only reason I'm faster is because my car is quicker here. I mean, his car is quicker there, so it's tough to say who's faster at driving. We just have very different cars and are making lap time in different ways, but end up being pretty close to each other. But he's doing me a little bit better right now. Oh, no, Matheus, I'm singing your praises. I did it too a little bit. Do a little off-roading there. It's twice now. I don't know if I scared him, but you know, they got scared off into the hairpin there. All right. Well, we'll see when I cross the line, but I'm pretty sure. Oh no, he's pit. Did he slide off the world? Yeah, when I cross the line, we'll be in 10th. So I've started 15th today. Got really kind of outdone in qualifying a bit, although I did end up doing a respectable lap, I would say, but I got, you know, everybody's quick in here. But started 15th out of 30. Got a decent start, but second lap of the race, I made a huge mistake into that final hairpin and took out at least one other car. Fell to the rear. And then I've just been battling back and having a lot of fun with it. This has been a really fun race, other than that one moment. But really good battles. Fun set of cars. These are, as much as I really like the prototypes that we race pretty often, like the GT40s and Ferrari 330s and stuff, I think these cars are, especially on a track like this, they're a little more fun, you know? Yeah, Trevor's not far away, and I'm not giving up on Nathan. I've still got 14 laps here. And I'd have to pull in that second a lap, but I'm gonna try. The car, I will admit, at this point, the car is definitely not quite as quick as it was like 5-10 laps ago. Yeah, this track would be a mess. Like, I would not want to drive like a GT40 around here. That little chevron would be a lot of fun. Maybe some of the other Porsches and stuff. But anything built for Le Mans is not really well suited to this. Whoa. I didn't get it at first there for a second. Yeah, if it wasn't for all the hard stuff, bikes would be perfect around here. It's just a few too many things that you might run into. Not that it wasn't very dangerous. Bike racing at any point in history is definitely the most dangerous type of racing. But, and I think even people that are really into bikes would admit this too, that if you go back and look at the races from like the 50s, 60s, and earlier, the bikes were a lot slower than they are these days, obviously, but like so much slower that you can almost see how it made sense slightly. It's still insane. But like the first times they ran around the Isle of Man and stuff, like the bikes were topping out at like, you know, 50, 60 miles an hour, probably less than that. It made a little more sense in the realm of it doesn't really make sense at all, but the bikes are so rapid nowadays that it's wild that they still do some of that. We'll see if I'm pulling in Nathan at all. I might be, but yeah, 2/10 there. That's not going to be enough. I need it to be a second a lap. That was very close there. Hopped the curve. Luckily, I think it kept me away from the hay bale. All right, the tires are definitely going on me now. Try to get the most out of it that I can. Yeah, there's still over 10 laps. I didn't quite get down there. Come on. What a fun car this is, though. It's it feels a little like a brick got no brakes, but it's got a lot of power, and I tend to like cars that are more right foot sensitive. So it is as sweet as it looks. I always thought this is one of the best looking cars, and it is really fun to drive. I'm just full Scandi flicking it now, but it works better than any other way to do that, so why not? Oh, I did a second that lap. All right, I'm gonna stay in it. If I do a second every lap, I'm gonna get there with a couple laps to spare, and we can try to make a pass on Nathan. It's all about just doing good corners, so I'll hop the curve a little bit there. It's all right. Pulled out a good gap on Trevor now. I don't really have to worry about that anymore. Come on. Drag the brake up the hill there so it tips the bias of the weight forward. It gets the car rotating. Well, that's the first time I've ever done that. Lost half a second there. Come on. Happy it didn't loop the car or something. Just 2/10 that lap, yeah. I mean, I lost a half a second in the hairpin at the other end. I'm just full on drifting now, but trying to get that speed, carry the speed through. All right, need to make a better line through here. Slow it down just a little bit before that apex so I can get the straight shot off. That was okay. It's been better. I got it rotated well, but I didn't get the straight shot off. I gotta kind of nix the rotation halfway through. Working on it. This is still a pretty good lap though, especially with the tires the way they are. They're gonna be square by the end of this thing. You can see them up there. Just entering the hairpin. I can't believe I figured it out like at the end of this race. 1.5, I gained a lot there. I think Nathan's got some traffic in front too, so that could help me. Looks like Kent just falling back. That wasn't good. Ooh, Kent runs a little bit wide. Get through this corner all right. We can get him on the straight. Right up to the curbing there. Really, really bad first sectors. All right, he's gonna stay left. too much. Ah, that was bad. Come on. Just kind of outbroke myself there. I'm feeling it now. I'm quite tired at this point. I'm sure I'll have lost a little bit this lap. There's no way. Oh, big lock up here. All four locked into the hairpin. Oh, I gained on him, still 4/10. That's crazy. I just gotta be like a little, I gotta back up a little bit. I'm way overdoing it. If I gained 4/10 on a messy lap like that, then if I would just be a little cooler, I would gain so much more. The car is driving very different now because it's quite light on fuel and everything. I think the driving style I had there was really good when the car was full of fuel. Kind of chuck it around, but now it's a little more nimble. I only have 20 liters left. I only have 8 laps to go. It's still doable. I got to get there soon though. Unless he decides to jump out of the way for me. All right, 5/10. It's not enough. Saw a lot of smoke here though. A little bit of a mess coming onto the straight here. He's 6.1 seconds up the road here. We've got 7 laps to go. Just let the car kind of do its thing as it slows down. It argues with you. Doesn't like it. That's what I've been trying to do there. You slide it through and then you straighten that exit up. Oh, it feels so good. Feels like you're going up Pikes Peak. Well, I'm just gonna maybe hold off getting lapped by Sean Campbell. You can see him in the relative now. So Sean Campbell's leading the way to no one's surprise. A little too much that time. See what the gain is, or loss gain, 7/10. It's not enough. It's really good, but it's not enough. Smoke again from Nathan in front. Turned in too early there. just keeps sliding now. I used to be able to huck it in like that, and then it would straighten itself out a little bit easier, but instead now it just keeps going. That wasn't quite as good. I kind of slowed down too much there in the middle. Way too deep. Come on now. Might have finally did the tires. They're getting really worn on the rears there. We matched lap times that time. All right, let me just slow down a little bit as I overcook it into turn one. Really got to change my driving style. As the car burns off fuel, it wants something different. Flip that curb again. See, that was better. Had to wait on the throttle a little bit there, but it was ultimately better. Coming to the end of this one, I'm trying to chase down Nathan Clark in front, but he might just be a little too far ahead, and I'm a little too tired, and/or tires are a little too worn out at this point. But I'm trying still, not giving up yet. Clearly. See a mod still, just a couple cars back there. A nice second half of the lap. This will be a decent lap at this point. 6/10. 5.3 seconds back now. 5 laps to go. I'm gonna need a little help here. Yeah, the leaders are close. Adam and Sean, very different cars. I believe Sean is in the Aston Martin and Adam is in the Corvette. Oh, and that reminds me, I did get a position on Tom when he pit, but we never saw him again, so. Interesting. Oh, big block up in front. I can see. Try not to do the same thing. Probably every lap when you're going into that corner, I'm just throwing smoke everywhere. Oh, Tom DNF'd. Okay. Didn't realize. Trying to get up to 9th here. That's the goal. That wasn't as good as usual. The car's not really gripping anymore. It's just kind of sliding. I only got 2/10 on Nathan that lap. The aggressive Scandi flick might be a thing of the past now. All right, nicely through the first couple sectors there. I'm a 10th up on my best lap somehow. I don't know if I'll be able to hold that through the hairpins. They're just, the tires are a little too slidey now to do the aggressive entries. Ooh, slowed down even a little too quick there. This was a really good lap. I needed that. Come on, more of those. 0.9. It's not enough, but it's going to be enough to maybe get into his head a little. I don't know. I don't really know Nathan, so he could be the coolest cucumber under the sun. But it's my last effort to try to make him think about me. We're catching up to Haley as well. All right, having Haley up there might make it interesting. I mean, there's only going to be 2 laps to go as we come to the line here. But depends on how quickly Nathan gets around Haley. He's going to look up the inside here. Oh, he didn't do it. Another 0.9. Two laps to go. Nathan's right there. I mean, I might be able to get to him. Ugh, I don't do that. We don't need these tires anymore in another lap and a half, so I'm going to use them. You have to get very close in these cars to get a slipstream, so I gotta have to be within a half a second. All right, I think a big part of this is going to be, can Nathan get around Haley? Which it doesn't look like before the chicane, but going into the hairpin, he tried it last time. Oh, they're not meant to do that there. I mean, I'm not gonna protest them, but they're pretty explicit about not passing there. I really messed that up. Come on. All right, we'll come to start the final lap. There's 4 kilometers to go in this 250. Oh, did they get together there? I mean, at this point, if I'm Haley, I maybe back off a little bit. Just, it's not really her race. Try to get a good exit here. She's like pushing him there. Interesting. Should be able to get around Haley here as we come down to the hairpin. I'm going to be very close to Nathan here. It's all over the place. I was trying not to hit him. All right, there's going to be one shot. I don't know how that Aston does in braking. Or Ferrari. I can't quite tell from this angle. But, yeah, I'm a little too far back. We'll try to give him the pressure. You never know. The warping makes it so difficult. Come through the final corner here. I tried. I did everything but knock him out of the way there. Come across the line, finished 10th. 9th, apparently. Not sure how we got 9th there, but nice racing from Nathan. I'm so tired. That was a really difficult race in a lot of ways. I hope it was enjoyable to watch. I'm really upset about the start of it. I just don't like how that went for myself. Let's see if I can watch it here. But I so thank you for tuning in. I hope it was fun to watch. I think there was some good racing in there after we got sorted, but I just can't believe I outbroke myself into Evan there, and I feel really bad for Evan because I ruined their race. I mean, I ruined his race pretty good. Tired. Ah, man. I love sim racing so much. The reason I get so upset about that is my goal with this, and the whole reason why I have a YouTube channel for this at all, is because I think it's so much fun, and I want to show other people how much fun it is. And me hitting Evan there, I bet Evan didn't have fun doing this because of that. At least in the moment. Maybe the rest of the race was fine, but that's what really bums me out. But Sean Campbell gets the win. I think it was just over Adam, who was in second there. I'm sure it was a titanic battle. Maybe we'll watch the last lap of that as well. But I got 10th place, which is good. I'm happy with that. All right, let me see if I can pull the replay up here. We'll watch a couple things. Oh my God, I'm so tired. If you enjoyed it, I'll probably be back later tomorrow with some rally stuff, some Rally Masters. So there'll be more driving. All right. Oh yeah, we do get the start. All right, we're gonna watch the first few laps of this, and see the good, the bad, and the ugly. Uh-oh. My keyboard died. Oh, thank you, NY Vice. That's super nice of you. Thank you. And welcome aboard. I was gonna put it on TV cam, but just my keyboard stopped working. We'll watch the first corner from over here. We'll pretend we're a spectator up in these grandstands. These would be an interesting place to watch it. Oh my God. so sore. That was just like 30 minutes of flat out qualifying and an hour and a half of flat out racing. No break. All right, should start here any second. Come on. All right, away they go. Look at this. Look at this. Have you ever... That makes me more upset that I ruined it, because how good was that first corner there? How good was that? Like, this is all so good. There was a little fender bender up here. I think that was... oh, that's where Campbell had his issue. The cameras do some weird stuff under the bridges, so there was a little bit of chaos back there. What time is it? That first corner was amazing. Yeah, turn 3 sneaks up on you because it narrows up so much. All right, and we come down to the hairpin here. All right, and I think it was the second time by that I made the error, call it. Thank you for all the kind words and stuff. It was really fun. Like, the beginning, just, I got over it, but this mistake I made really bummed me out. Yeah, I think I did fine this lap. I broke very early. Well, there was a little bit back there, but everybody did all right. It's the next time around that I just make a colossal error. The error. I love how this car looks. I made this livery. Like, this is a livery. There's a bunch of skins that come with this mod that are very, very similar to this. I think the 2 stripes on the headlights were a common way to paint this car. So to say I made this livery, I basically slapped a number on it. But I love how it looks. I really like the look of it. The event. All right, so I fell off the 2904s like slightly. And I think I caught the orange one here coming up the other side. Wow, look at everybody get slowed down. God. I know, when I totally bottled it at Spa last year on the first lap, the rest of the race was arguably a much more entertaining race because of it. But if I hadn't have taken Evan out and I just took myself out, I wouldn't be nearly as upset with myself about this. It's the fact that I took him out that makes me upset. All right, so this is where it all happened. We're gonna watch it several angles. I need to figure out why. But first, TV. Like, I'm very slow, and then I'm just not slow. What the heck happened there? Okay, he didn't flip over all the way. I bet his car wasn't very damaged from that. Yeah, that makes me feel bad. But man, I'm like with them slowing down. Let's deep dive into this. Pulling up my pedals. Watch it in real time once, but yeah, really on it. I lifted for a second, but that is, I mean, I think that's honestly, like, I was braking much later than that later in the race. I think this was just full fuel, and I should have been a little more careful. I should have been a lot more careful. Let's see when I get on the brakes. I was braking like this light post on the right here before the 200. I'm early, and I lift a little bit there because I'm blipping. I've talked about this. I've done a video about it. I'm getting better. I mean, I am fully on the brakes. I lock them up, which is ultimately sends me sliding. I think I felt here, okay, I'm going to hit the orange car, and I cranked it, and by the time the car starts sliding here, it's got no grip. That is so bizarre. It has to just be full fuel and everything. That confuses me a lot. Because I was really on it. I wobbled the car because I was going to hit the orange car here. So I turned it, but I can't believe I wasn't slow enough by this point. If I had stayed straight here, I might have just bumped him. It still would have been an accident, but it wouldn't been as bad as this was. But yeah, really weird one. I mean, I apologize so much to Evan because I really ruined the race. They ended up getting in an accident later that probably wouldn't have happened, obviously, had I not put them in this position. But dang, everyone's alive, and we all continued, but it just, that's not what I want to be doing. All right, so then I want to see a couple other things before I wrap it up for the day here. Now, he didn't move under braking. That was 100% my fault. He was taking the corner. Maybe the orange car was like jiggling, but we're all like on the limit of grip, so that's what happens. All right, this is what I wanted to see. What the heck happened here? Oh no. I think I saw what happened here. Got a car coming down. This Jag locks him up a bit. Whoa, oh, it gets run into. Jag spins, hits. Then they're in just like an awful spot. Ignore the smoke show. This is what happens, unfortunately. It just kind of piled up from there. Matt Campbell got spun again. That's what got me in front of him a second time. I really benefited from that. I weaved my way through there. I did dive bomb the corner. I mean, I should have broke earlier. I think that is my fault. I just don't really think that wasn't my fault. All right, so here's Sean and Adam going at it for the win. We're coming to, where are we at here in the race? Let's see here. As they come across the line. Look at these two. Oh my God, look at this battle. I'm trying to figure out what lap we're on. Sean locks it up. Oh, they get into each other a little bit. I don't like that, but that happens sometimes. Is that how Sean got the win? Gosh, what lap was this? It's tough to tell what lap it is. I don't really know what lap it is because I think there's one or two to go, though. Now, sorry for the cameras flashing like that. It's just that with this track, because it passes under itself, the camera doesn't know where you are for a second. So this is either one or two to go. gosh, look at this. Oh, hey, Sean. Just saw you and Adam get into it into turn 1. This is awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure where Evan ended up. Whoa, look at this. If Adam gives a little bump here, I wouldn't blame him, but he doesn't. I think this is the final lap. I had no clue that this was happening behind me. Oh. The old switcheroo there. Sean going up the inside into turn 4. Taking it side by side as I head up to turn number 6. Trying to get a run onto the long straight. I mean, you got to guess that Corvette's going to have a bit of grunt over the Aston Martin there. Holy crap. Side by side down the noodle bit, as I call it. There I go, up the other side. I was trying to catch Nathan here. I guess there's probably one more lap after this because I'm not quite up to Nathan yet. Side by side into the hairpin. Sean's going to over-under him. Adam gets the acceleration out, though. A couple of beautiful cars here. Sean's going to go up the outside into the braking. They're picking their braking early, which is good. Yeah, but that's always going to be awkward. That's such a tight hairpin. They don't get tighter than that. That is as tight as hairpins can get, basically. Side by side into turn 1 again. Oh, Adam around the outside. Oh, off into the grass. Through a tree. I guess those trees you can go through there. I love the steelies on the Corvette. Just how it ended then. I made the fatal error of changing cars in Assetto Corsa. I think that's how it ends. I'm not sure that Sean and Adam get back up to each other. Oh, that was it. There we go. I wanted to get on board with Adam. All right, they're coming to 1 to go here. Interesting that Adam takes this inside line. Oh boy, that was very close. Well, that probably settles it then. That was coming to the finish. Oh, he almost took him out there in the final corner. What is going on here? Interesting. Anyways. All right. I've been streaming for a long time, so I got to end it here, but fun stuff. I'm going to have to watch that accident a couple more times to figure out what happened. think I broke at the right spot. Maybe I think I broke slightly too late is the problem, but it didn't feel egregious, and I didn't let off the brakes as much as I thought I did. So yeah, we'll have to learn something from it. I gotta go apologize to Evan and figure out what I'm gonna do for the next one. But like I said, I should be back, if not tomorrow, then on Monday, but probably both with Sim Rally Masters, and we'll keep on going, get better and better. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to Sroll and Nate, as always, for putting this on, and thanks so much for watching. I had a lot of people in here today, like way more than usual, and it's, man, really neat. But I'll be back with some more in the future. I'll learn something, and I will do a race someday when I don't hit somebody else. But have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.